Life.
What's up, YouTube? It's your girl Dee Dee. Welcome back to the channel. So I'm back with another quick reaction video for you guys. Listen, before we get into the video, make sure you are subscribed to the channel if you like the content. Share and like the video and turn on that bell to be notified when I upload new content. And definitely chime in the comments below. I want to hear your thoughts on this one. So in this clip, this woman is saying that the Black community doesn't need Black History Month, but they need to start demanding certain standards, I guess, to uphold Black history or Black excellence. Let me know what you think in the comments below. I definitely want to hear your thoughts on this one, but we're gonna go ahead and get into the video. I definitely want you guys to chime in. So let's see what she's saying here. Here we go.
Black mothers are the worst mothers in society. The Black community needs to stop asking for a month and instead demand some standards. And to be honest, I don't think communities of people that are saturated in and drugs deserve to celebrate. Take a look at this Black couple showing you exactly why Black History Month shouldn't be celebrated.
Now she calling my phone. You need to go ahead on, man.
So
she going up your phone, go take care of your kids.
Just ignore her calls.
Why you think you finna sit right here all day and not take care of your kids? I don't rock like that, man. You need to go ahead, go home. You can kick it later, baby. I ain't gonna lie, you can kick it later, baby.
So the caption says, this girl been at my house for 2 weeks. See, I see her on Facebook, people saying she missing and left her kids with her mama and now she won't get out my house. Baby, what is going on? Let's continue.
Bro, this is
I
not
don't need
usual.
you
You
to tell
acting
me
so
that.
unusual right now. Like, it's too much shit going on, bro. People talk about you missing, all this other shit, bro. And you talking about you don't need to take care of your kids. You need to go home and go get your babies, man. I'm not messing with no female that do not want to take care of their
I'm
kids.
gonna go, don't worry, I'm gonna go.
Go ahead, call your Uber. Call your Uber. Go ahead, bro. Go ahead. You saying, bro? Tell that lady stop calling your phone. Tell her to stop calling your phone, please.
I'm finna leave, just be quiet.
And tell you on the way you crying, take care of your kids, bro.
This shit don't have nothing to do with
She just
kids.
said she just put your kids out in the cold because you don't want to answer your damn phone. They've been
This
over
don't
for a
have
damn
nothing
week.
to do with kids. You
Say,
steady
do
bringing
it,
up
over
my
there whole
kids.
week, bro.
I'm here with you.
What
Stop
you
bringing
saying,
up
bro?
the kids, bro.
Bye, go.
Oh, don't tell me you thought it was just the fathers that were corrupt. The fact that you as a mother would sit in someone's house while someone else raises your kids is disgusting. And the part that pisses me off the most is that when these kids grow up to be menaces in society, the mothers jump to their rescue, knowing that they didn't even raise them. This is a typical example of what Black women do when you leave them after you find them not suitable to be mothers. They will literally neglect your kids and then turn around and fall in love with the next guy. Hopefully one day her son doesn't end up being a statistic just like the rest of them do. Happy Black History Month.
Listen. What do you think about what she's saying? I mean, listen, we absolutely have an issue in our community as it relates to things like this. We see it happening all the time, but a lot of times people just ignore it because, it's easier to ignore it and because it doesn't affect your life. It's not your life, but we still have eyes. We still can see what is happening within our community. And, this clip just shows this woman, I don't know what's going on with her. I don't know the full story. But from the caption and just based off what they presented on social media, they're saying they thought she was missing because some woman is calling her for her phone to come get her kids. So she have kids. I don't know how many, but she definitely have more than one. And it seems as if she doesn't really want to go home to the kids. Maybe she's having a mental breakdown. I don't know what it is, but she's sitting at a dude's house, apparently, allegedly. And he's saying, hey, go take care of your kids while you here. And she's having an emotional breakdown because whatever, maybe it's hard, maybe it's getting difficult for her, but we see a lot of this brokenness happening in our communities and nothing's being done about it. People are still pushing this whole, we just want to have fun and get away and do you, boo. And that doing you is turning to something that's much worse. And it doesn't only include you, but it includes a bunch of children that are not being raised and are not being taught or trained how to live in society. And what happens is they grow up and they start to become menaces to society, and then they end up in the prison system, and then it's a major problem. So, once again, I always say there is a fix to this if people are willing to do it, but people are so far gone, they don't want to listen to or do the things that would actually help to fix the situation. All they're doing is pushing and passing the blame on to somebody else, but that's still not fixing the situation. We have a single mother epidemic. We have a problem with children not having their fathers in their lives, and then the mothers are mentally disturbed because they're not in a position to be able to take care of these children properly, giving them the financial, mental, and physical stability that they need. And it's starting to show, and it's starting to weigh on the mothers as well because they are not equipped to handle all of that by themselves. And as much as people always talk about, my children don't need a father and they don't need this and they don't need that, they do need that. And that's the things that are lacking, and they're out here thinking that they can do it by themselves. And we see the breakdown of them thinking that they can do it by themselves. And as much as we talk about deadbeat fathers. We don't talk about deadbeat mothers, women who abandon their children, women who have these kids but don't have the mental capacity to raise them and be there with them. They always throwing their kids off on their grandmothers and other people to watch their kids while they continuously go out to seek this fun to try to remove themselves from the responsibilities that they face every single day and the responsibilities that they created. We see this all the time. You see it in your family with some family members. All they have kids, and then the day after they had a child, they want to go back hitting the clubs. They don't want to stay home and be mothers for their children and be what they really need to be for the kids because they're so ready to jump out back outside, to be back outside and drown their sorrows in having fun. So they don't have to focus on what's really important because what's important is oftentimes deemed boring. And you don't want to do the boring stuff, but you keep creating a broken situation and more responsibility that you're not ready to take care of.
Oh my God.
But instead of figuring out what you need to do to better your situation, to better your circumstances, to better the life for the kids that you brought into this world, you keep perpetuating the same old thing over and over and over and over instead of blaming somebody and thinking that you have no accountability or responsibility to the life that you created. And then when it all falls to the wayside, now you're complaining and trying to find somebody to blame, and now you're stressed out and you want sympathy from people when that's not going to fix the problem. You have to dig a little deeper and stop perpetuating the same thing that you're complaining about. So while we have a group of people who try to say, listen, stop going out here and just making babies with random dudes, because you're gonna have the effects of that. You're gonna have to deal with all of that. All of the responsibility is going to be on you. Yes, you can complain about the man as a deadbeat, but you the one decided to go in and lay up with him and have a baby by him.
Oh my God.
And I say this all the time. If he didn't force himself on you and you agreed to it, then you are responsible as well. You can't complain about the aftermath of a problem that you created. When you didn't think about what you were doing beforehand so that you can make better choices, it was all in the name of I'm having fun. I'm just doing me. And then when the real problems and the real responsibilities are left all on you, now you're crashing out and complaining and losing your mind because you didn't anticipate what was needed for this to play out. People think having children is a joke, that you just go out here and make babies and these children don't come with responsibilities. And yes, if it takes two to make it, it takes two to raise it and take care of it. And I think we need to stress that because a lot of these young women are going out here thinking that it's empowerment to go out here and be promiscuous, and then you're creating broken homes and these children, that all of the load is going to be on you because you didn't decide to vet a man properly or get married to a man that actually wanted a family and wanted to be committed to a family. You were just out here trying to get to the D, and that's what you did. And then you brought a child along the way, and now you're complaining about the responsibilities of said child.
Oh my God.
You can't expect somebody who's irresponsible to all of a sudden turn responsible because you're pregnant. And so this is why I try to tell young women, listen, think about your actions before you make them. Don't just go out here thinking, oh, it's just fun and I'm just going to do this, and you don't care about nothing, because you're going to have to deal with the consequences of that. And when you're faced with all of the responsibility of it, this is what we tend to see. We tend to see mental illness. We tend to see crash outs. We tend to see confused people because it's not meant for you to do that by yourself. That is not an easy road to travel. And I think we need to have more women and more people stressing the fact that that is a strenuous way to live, that it's going to be very difficult for you to maintain a livelihood with a child, raising a child by yourself, that you should think very strongly before you go out here just using, having sex unprotected and just not caring about it, and then bringing that child into the world, and then you can't handle it. We see so many women going through mental trauma, and I get it, but you got to understand that you put yourself in that position. You were not equipped for for the situation you put yourself in. Neither you or the person that helped you to create that life. And so, and yes, I can have some empathy for people who make those choices. And like I said, you young and dumb, I'll give that to you, young and dumb, and you end up pregnant thinking that you was going to have a life with a guy who told you some lies and gassed you up and made you think that he was going to be there for you and just to get in the draws, and then he get you pregnant and he run off. Okay, lesson learned. I'll give some grace for that. But if you don't learn from that situation and do better, and you keep on falling for the same thing over and over and over, and obviously, something's wrong mentally, or you just don't really care, and then you're just using that as an excuse to keep on making the same poor choices over and over and over again. And see, that's why I lose empathy, because I'm like, no, learn from the first. You realize that first time it was hard, don't ever do it again. Because there are some women who it only took one time and they realize, oh no, I'm not ever doing that again. And they learn from their mistakes and they do better. But if you keep perpetuating the same old thing over and over again, you're not learning anything. I can't have empathy for a person who's not learning. You're not changing your ways and you're not trying to do better. So I definitely think there needs to be some type of accountability when it comes to the Black community and what's happening, the behavior that we see on a consistent basis when it comes to the people in our community. And if we can't correct the issues in our community, who can? If we don't stand up and start talking about it and saying something about it and doing something about it, who else is going to feel the need to do something about it if we don't? If we're okay with what's happening, then you can't expect everybody else to look at it and think, oh, we need to go and help. No, we have to be accountable for what's happening in our communities and start trying to make a change and putting awareness out there and giving people information that they can use to do better. Because now, listen, once you do that and the information is out there, nobody wants to listen, you don't want to take it, you can't force them. You can't force nobody, but you can definitely put it out there. And the ones who will listen will, and the ones who won't. And that's all you can do. But listen, y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments below of this video. Chime in. I want to hear your thoughts on what she had to say. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Let me know in the comments below, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye.
DeeDeesReactions. Tell a friend.